Assalamu alaikum, I'm Arfa Akhlaq and welcome to Fried and Tasted. All the recipes here are tried and tested. So today I'll be sharing with you all three different recipes, and these three recipes are very easy to make and you can use it for a variety of things. So basically I'll be making three sauces for preparing a variety of desserts. You can store all these sauces in refrigerator for at least a week easily, and like chocolate sauce and all can be stored for even longer time. So now very quickly let's see how to prepare these sauces. So the first one that I'm making is a strawberry sauce. It's a very common sauce and you can find it easily everywhere. So you can use the same method for making a variety of berry sauces. Most of the berries have pectin in them, and this pectin acts as a very good thickening agent, so you really don't need to add any cornstarch to thicken up the end result. But if you're using berries like raspberry and blackberries that have a lot of seeds in it, you can always strain the end result and scrape the bottom of the strainer after straining the sauce so that you get most of the pulp from it, and you can simply discard the seeds from it. So yes, you can enjoy this strawberry sauce in cake layerings, pancakes and a lot more like I mentioned before. So for making this, I'll be just eyeballing the recipe. I don't have a fixed amount of strawberry to use or a fixed amount of sugar. It's just how you like it and how you want your strawberry or any fruit sauce to taste like. Like an overall ingredient for this is the fruit that you want to use. Here I'm using strawberry. So I'm using this frozen strawberry here. You can also use the fresh one. These are already chopped. It's so convenient for me. And that is why I'm using this. Plus it's not the season for strawberry. So yeah, I prefer using this one. And then I'll be using some sugar and a bit of lemon, just so that the strawberry syrup or the sauce, it does not crystallize, and also lemon enhances the flavor of these fruits pretty good. A lot of people also use cornstarch or water to make this fruit sauce, but this one I'm not using water at all because I'm already using frozen strawberry and there is a little bit of water in it. But if you want, you can always use a teaspoon of water, and then if you think you need more, then you can go ahead with another spoon of it. But don't just add a lot of water at once. Also, like I said, I will not be using cornstarch to thicken up the sauce because as I refrigerate it, the sauce will thicken up itself. But if you like it to be of the jam consistency or a little thicker than what it is, you are free to use a little bit of cornstarch in water. Like you dilute it in cold water, a little bit of cornstarch, and then just add it into the sauce while preparing it itself, and you can see that the sauce starts to thicken up like you normally do for making soup, or for making soup. So now let's see how to make this.
I'll start with dumping all the strawberry in a saucepan on medium-high flame. In it, I'll also add sugar. And then I'm also squeezing a little bit of lemon juice, and then I'll just keep stirring it and let the strawberries soften up and release some water. So within 4 to 5 minutes you will see that the strawberry has released a lot of water, and now we are aiming to make all the strawberries soft and mushy. After around 2 to 3 minutes more, you can see that the strawberries have become very soft. Now we are going to do run the finger at the back of the spoon test. So if I run my finger at the back of the spoon, the sauce should hold its shape, which we see that it wasn't doing till now. So I'm going to cook it for 4 to 5 minutes more until it thickens up more and the strawberry becomes even soft and well cooked. Now you see, if I run my finger across the back of the spoon, the sauce is holding its shape. It's the time when I have to taste the sauce, and if I think I need to add some more sugar, I can add it and then cook it for a couple of minutes more. So now the strawberry sauce is almost ready. I'll just turn off the flame. Now you have two options. You can either blend all the sauce together, but I like the sauce a little chunky, so I'm going to take out few ladle of chunks and then blend the rest of it. Right now, even if the sauce appears a little runny, just refrigerate it for a couple of hours and the sauce will thicken up even more. So now I'm putting it back in my container to refrigerate it and store it. So now you see the sauce has already started to thicken up more. And if I do the back of the spoon test, you can see that it's holding its shape across the finger very nicely. So our strawberry sauce is ready, and just spread it on pancakes, desserts, ice cream, and just enjoy it.
The second sauce that I'm making is a chocolate sauce, one of the most common sauce ever. So Hershey's chocolate sauce is something that everybody uses, and it's so easy to make that I don't think so next time you're going to buy the Hershey sauce from the store anymore. So, and of course you can use the sauce for making milkshakes, pour it over your ice cream, brownies, cakes, and just enjoy it.
So here comes the next sauce, which is chocolate sauce. So there are two ways of preparing this chocolate sauce. One is the method that I'm using right now, and the other method is to mix condensed milk along with chocolate chips just melted together on stove, and there it is. And so this is the other method that I'll be making for making chocolate sauce. Here I have some cocoa powder, then I have some sugar and some water. The best thing is that you don't have to remember any recipe for it, because all these three ingredients are same in quantity. So I have half cup water, half cup cocoa powder, and half cup sugar here. I'm using brown sugar because that's the sugar that I normally use. You can use the white regular granulated one. And then I also be using a pinch of salt just to enhance the flavor of chocolate, which is again completely optional. That's something which I prefer doing for my chocolate sauce. One more thing which is important is to use a good quality cocoa powder, because this is the most important thing in the chocolate sauce. So make sure you don't compromise on this part. So now let's see how to make it.
This is the easiest and the quickest one. So once again, I'll take a saucepan on medium-high flame, and then this time I'll just add sugar and water and cook it until it comes to a boil. I mean, not exactly boil, but cook it until the sugar dissolves. And now gradually start adding cocoa powder in it by whisking continuously. So keep adding cocoa powder and keep whisking at the same time. And once all of it is done, make sure that the cocoa powder is well dissolved in the sugar and water mixture. Keep cooking it to thicken it up a little bit more. Also, don't forget to add a dash of salt to enhance the flavor. After a couple of boils itself, or maybe around 4 to 5 minutes, you will see that the sauce has started to thicken up. If you want to thicken it a little bit more, cook it for a longer time, else our sauce is ready. Just turn off the flame and then pour it in the container. Before that, I also want to show you the back of the spoon test once again for this sauce as well. Just run your finger across it and you can see that the sauce is holding its shape. Transfer it into a container and refrigerate it for up to 3 to 4 weeks. Drizzle it over your ice cream, your dessert, brownie, or make an amazing milkshake from it.
The third sauce is a very delicious, and it's not that common. I mean, you don't really see it in stores, but it is used in a lot of desserts. So I'm making vanilla custard sauce. So whatever recipe that I'm using for making this vanilla custard sauce, if you want your sauce to be a little more thick, you can add some more egg yolk in it. It wouldn't be a problem at all. And if you want it to be more creamy, you can replace the milk with cream and do your variations in it. So, but this is also super easy to make.
So for this we need 2 egg yolks. So I have discarded the egg white and have taken only the yolk part. Then I have some white sugar. I'm using white sugar here for a change because I want my end result to be of light pale color and not brown in color by using brown sugar that I normally use. And then I have some milk here. Now some people also use a mix of milk and cream in it if they like. It all depends on how you want your cream and glaze to be. Like if you want it more creamy, you can just substitute half and half, or you can also use actually half and half cream, or you can use the whole milk, what I am doing right now. So here I have full fat whole milk. And of course, since it's a vanilla custard sauce, of course it's very important to use vanilla extract in it. You can also use fresh vanilla beans, which is so perfect to use, but I don't have it right now, so I'm not using that. And this is something which is easily available, so that's another reason I wanted to go for vanilla extract only. But if you can easily find vanilla beans, the fresh ones, that would be amazing to use. Just dip it in the milk while boiling it, and the milk will absorb all the vanilla flavor from those beans. So now let's see how to make this too.
So let's again start with a saucepan on medium-high flame, and here I am adding 1 cup of milk along with sugar. I mean half of the overall sugar that I took, so here I'm just adding half of it. And then cook it until it comes to a simmer. So I don't have to boil it, I just have to bring it to a simmer. And then in another bowl I'm taking only the egg yolks and whatever sugar was remaining, and then just whisk it with my hand whisk itself until it becomes light and pale like this. So this will take around 3 to 4 minutes, and our milk is already coming to a simmer on the flame on the other side. So here if I dip my finger, I should be able to hold it, so it's just almost warm. And now I'll take the milk off the flame. On the other hand, let's go back to our egg yolk and sugar mixture. I'm adding some vanilla extract in it and mixing that as well. And since the milk is already not on the flame, I'll gradually start pouring milk in this yolk mixture and then whisking it continuously. Make sure, let me remind you once again that the milk should not be very hot. In case you ended up boiling it, let it rest for around 5 to 10 minutes and then only add it into the yolk mixture. Once all the milk is done, pour the milk mixture back into the saucepan and then back on the stove itself. And now we have to bring it to a boil while whisking it continuously. This might take around 4 to 5 minutes. Make sure you taste it also once again. So if you feel like you need to add some more sugar, you can add it right now itself before it even comes to a boil. So after around 4 to 5 minutes, the sauce will start to thicken up. So keep an eye on it very carefully and keep whisking it continuously. Otherwise the sauce will start sticking at the bottom of the pan. So usually your sauce should be very smooth by this time. In case if the sauce starts to split up, don't worry, just let it sit down and run your hand blender across it like we did for the strawberry sauce, and it should come all together once again. Once the sauce is thickened up as you want it, just make sure to strain it to discard any egg pieces or anything like that, and then pour it into the container and use it within 3 to 4, say 1 week, and drizzle it over your custard sauce, your fruits and trifle, and just enjoy it with many other desserts as well. So you can see we have all the 3 sauces ready with us. We have strawberry sauce, chocolate sauce, and vanilla custard sauce. And I hope you like it. If you do, don't forget to press the like button and comment below. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet.
Hey, subscribe to my channel by pressing the circle below with my face on it, or also the red button that says subscribe. While subscribing, also press the bell icon so that you are updated whenever I upload a new video. Stay out of trouble and look for more videos right here.